Just imagine, two of the most promising names on the Lions just received a massive vote of confidence from the front office. But at the same time, one of them was caught up in a rumor that took a lot of people by surprise. And we're not talking about just any rumor. This was the kind of speculation that, if true, would completely shake up the franchise's plans. In today's video, you'll get the full scoop on everything that's been going on behind the scenes in Detroit over the past few days, including an important decision that locks in another year for two key players on the roster. And of course, there's also the GM's direct response that poured cold water on a rumor that was starting to pick up steam. So don't sleep on this, make sure you catch every detail of these updates that could impact the future of the Lions, and hit that like button to support the channel. Alright, so the Detroit Lions just wrapped up the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft by snagging big man Tyleik Williams, and they're already back on the grind making moves with two of their recent first-rounders. The team's officially picking up the fifth-year options on Aiden Hutchinson and Jameson Williams just ahead of the May 1st deadline, which is a pretty big deal when you break it down. What does that mean in plain English? It means both of these dudes are locked in for the 2026 season, and not just as maybe guys, they're getting paid, guaranteed. Hutchinson's fifth year is worth a cool $19.87 million, while Jameson will cash in $15.49 million, and that's real money. And it tells us the Lions aren't just flirting with the idea of keeping them, they're fully committed, at least for the near future. Now, when it comes to Hutchinson, this move doesn't throw a wrench in the extension talks that have been bubbling. Nope, this is actually standard NFL stuff. Picking up the option and still working on a longer deal? Totally normal. So yeah, those big dollar extension talks are still expected to go down sometime this offseason, and grabbing that fifth year just gives Detroit a little cushion while they hammer out the details. Plus, Hutch gets nearly $20 million guaranteed no matter what happens next, not a bad gig. As for Jameson Williams, this doesn't scream extension coming soon, but it definitely sends a message. The Lions still believe in him. They're betting that with a clean, healthy season under his belt, he can take that next step and prove he's a long-term piece of this offense. And if he does, he gets that guaranteed $15 million, and maybe even a fat contract after that. Bottom line, Detroit's playing it smart. They're securing their core, showing trust in their young stars, and setting the table for bigger deals down the road without overcommitting too early. Classic team-building chess. But let me ask you this. Do you think the Lions made the right call betting on these two young talents? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Because what's coming next involves the same player, but with a twist that almost stirred things up in Detroit. So here's the deal. Just before the draft, a spicy little rumor started making the rounds that the Lions might be thinking about trading Jameson Williams. Yeah, that Jameson Williams. The speedster they traded up to get a couple years ago. Word was that with his fifth-year option looming and the possibility of a big payday down the line, Detroit might have been shopping him around. But then Lions GM Brad Holmes stepped up to the mic on Friday and squashed all that talk like a bug on a windshield. Holmes didn't just deny the trade rumors, he basically said they were made out of thin air. "Nah, we never even entertained that," he said, flat out. "I don't know where that report came from, but me and Dan Campbell never had that conversation." Boom. End of story. And really, it makes total sense. With Detroit in full Super Bowl mode, why on earth would they part ways with one of the fastest weapons in their arsenal, unless someone was offering a trade package so ridiculous it couldn't be ignored? Spoiler alert, no one was. So yeah, Williams isn't going anywhere, at least not anytime soon. To make things even more clear, Williams was at team workouts this week in Allen Park. All smiles, grinding with the rest of the squad. No drama, no diva vibes, just a guy trying to level up. So all those cryptic social media posts and wild theories, dead in the water. This is exactly the kind of vibe the Lions want, heading into the heart of draft weekend. No distractions, no internal chaos, just good energy and a full squad. Williams is in, the front office is all in, and the whole trade block chatter? Just background noise that's been officially muted. Honestly, Lions fans can breathe a sigh of relief. If there's one thing that doesn't make sense, it's the idea of letting go of a player who, even though he hasn't broken out yet, has the potential to change any game with a single play. And with both names locked in for another year, Detroit's proving it's not here to play games. Now it's time to stay focused, block out the noise, and turn expectations into results. If you want to follow every step of your team with us, hit that subscribe button and come along for the ride this season.